Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. This is gonna be your Monday recap for the day of October. Sorry, not October, November 13th. And again, a pretty flat day today. Not too much price action. You could probably tell we made another high today on probably one of the mega caps on NVIDIA. Nice day on Tesla, up 4%. Meta basically flat on the day, and then the remaining four mega caps were down about 80 to 30 basis points, so depending on which one. But overall, just pretty much a lackluster day. Market essentially waiting for that CPI data that's going to be coming out at 8:30 in the morning. So, but overall, the counts are the same. I'll just go over them very quickly. We'll take a look at the new daily and weekly candles, not on Bitcoin, but we'll be covering the SPY and the IWM and stuff like that. We'll be covering some smaller stocks not the smaller stocks, but individual stocks like NVIDIA, Microsoft, and maybe Apple. We'll cover some smaller ones like ROKU and PayPal. And we'll take a look at some commodities. But let's get right into it here. Overall, nothing really happened today. No new signals as well. I didn't see any in selling. Actually, let me just take a look. Oh, okay, we got another sell signal, and it confirmed on the SPY today. So overall, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 selling sell signals now. You can see the MACD starting to roll on the 1 hour on the SPY. So we'll have to see if this resistance that I have outlined here holds and we start to roll over in either tomorrow or in the coming days. Today we actually made a smaller nominal high, and we actually we closed basically flat on the day. So the fifth wave essentially extended just a little bit more here. Let me just get to the fifth wave. There we go. So your fifth wave made a little bit of a nominal high, but overall I would say that it finished right here, just as some chop today. So if you're looking for the bullish case, you would need a pullback back down to at the maximum around the 424 level, and then after that you would have to start to take off right after into a third wave of a fifth wave of a larger pattern. And this should be ending in a fourth wave, but it's a little bit too It's a little bit too extended in my opinion for a fourth wave. And if you guys do Elliott wave, you should know that when you're doing your wave counts, the wave 4 cannot go past the high of wave 1. So we did, technically invalidate that. But if you're still looking for the bullish case, you need to hold these levels once we pull back. And again, we will pull back. It's just a matter of time and patience. The market is really testing traders' patience right now, trying to squeeze out those shorts. People are getting short here, and they want, they're probably getting short right here, to be honest. And then this whole move here is just to destroy people who are over leveraging, and then eventually the market will play out. Okay, so 45 minutes start to roll over on the stochastics. You're starting to see that 1 hour as well. 4 hour is about to get going sooner or later. It can't stay up here forever. A daily time frame has already started to go, and it's probably going to go sooner than later as well. Once we take a look at the new daily candle here on Market Cipher, again, no signs of a top here. Again, another extension higher, 10 and a 1 on the dual band strength index. The 4 hour time frame, -4 and a 10, looks like it's going to keep extending up. And the 1 hour right now showing a potential top, but we'll have to see if this bearish divergence that we have going on the 1 hour plays out and leads to the larger time frames start to shift their stance, because Market Cipher, it moves with the flow of the trend. So if the trend shifts sharply, the indicators will shift sharply as well, indicating a potential top and in the larger time frames, and then you will go from there. So right now we'll see if this bearish divergence plays out on the momentum waves, because we did make a high here and a higher high and a lower high on the momentum waves here in a high, so a high here and a lower high on the momentum. Okay, so again, selling on the SPY. Let's take a look at the triple Qs. Nothing too much on the triple Qs. IWM, you saw some buying here today, and IWM was initially gapping down pretty significantly, I would say. It was actually down 1% in the pre-market, and actually gapped down over a total of, it did gap down basically 1% today, but recovered and just chopped sideways into the close. Diamonds, same thing. We already got our selling. The whales, I think, have already sold on the diamonds, the IWM. SPY, I think they're still in the process, and they've probably unloaded on after this rally, and especially before the CPI. So again, we'll follow up on that after tomorrow. Right now, the bearish count would be this. Again, very similar thing, just essentially a pullback. If you're looking for this to be finished, it means this wave C is already done, and you're going to start to roll over. You already have pretty significant bearish divergence here in the 45-minute, and it's just going to continue. Eventually, you're gonna pull back, and we'll have to see if this turns out to be 5 waves down or just 3 waves. 3 waves would mean the bullish count is starting to play out. If it turns into 5 waves, then you got to be on alert signal, and it could turn into a 3-wave move into a 3 of 3, which is extremely bearish, and you're gonna take out you're gonna take out these lows here at 4100 or 4090, whatever you want. You know, basically we did come down to 4090, I think. But overall, you're gonna take out these lows, and you're gonna proceed to potentially make new lows and take out the October lows in a very dramatic waterfall sell-off. Or maybe it won't be a waterfall sell-off. Maybe it'll be a chop down, right? But overall, the IWM is a leading indicator. Like I talked about yesterday, I did adjust the count because I think I miscounted it yesterday, and I adjusted it for today's video. So the IWM has already come down in 5th waves. Now it looks like you've done an ABC correction, a corrective wave for wave 2, and now you should be coming down in your 3rd wave. But we have to keep an open mind that if the markets keep rallying, the IWM can extend higher, and I do have an adjusted count for this. So if the wave 2 wants to extend higher, I have levels at 183, which would be a retest of this white. I'll just make it purple or something so it's easier to recognize. This purple upsloping trend line that dates back from the lows of 2020, tags these 3 pivots, and then you would tag 183 and then start to come back down. Okay, and this would mean that, let me just get on the smaller time frames again. This would mean that this first wave here was an A wave, this one here was a B wave, and you're going to extend higher into your final wave C, up like so. Okay, so that would be the next that would be the bullish scenario playing out here for the IWM. But again, just know that the major trend is still going to be lower, and this is, you know, to avoid major losses, is just to be careful not to get super long right now or just super short. It's just to be on your toes and get ready. Okay. All right, so I think that covers it right now for the IWM as well. Let's take a look at some individual names. So I'll be covering PayPal for a little bit of time in ROKU, so we'll take a look at those first. Those are some smaller ones. I know some people who are in those stocks. So right now, PayPal, again, a very sideways chop kind of day, not too much price action. If you're looking for higher on PayPal, this wave B should be finished here. I don't like how the structure is forming right now in the shorter time frames, but again, that could just be chop, and you should be coming up in a 5-wave manner like this, like so. 3, 4, 5. Right now, I'm not sure I like this so much, but overall, if you're holding these little pivots here, this upsloping trend line, and you keep making higher lows, and then you take off, then that would be great. And then you have your target at 60 for PayPal. Okay, and if you take out this B wave low here, this may start to invalidate this whole wave 4 count, and you may not go to 61. This may have already been finished, and this may be your ABC like so, which is, you know, I wouldn't like. I mean, I guess it could be okay. But I would like a larger wave 4 retrace. But again, well, we don't force the charts. We just plot them and we analyze them as we go. Okay, so I think I'll just put everything back to where it was. There we go. So that's essentially PayPal on the shorter time frames, and then you'll come down in a fifth of a fifth, which is a very big retrace, and then you should start to bottom out in a larger cycle wave 2. Which is maybe around $39. And I know this seems really unrealistic, but I mean, this entire dramatic sell-off was really unrealistic as well, and it happened. And again, these beaten down names can keep getting beat up just because it's something that's super low, can keep getting blown up, like WBA, Walgreens Boot Alliance. Amazing. Really like the stock. Great dividend, And I mean, just look at it. It just can't get out of its own way. It's just been selling off nonstop since the peak. And it's just, again, this is a defensive name. And look at it. It's making new 52-week lows, taking out this major support level at 21. And now it's in the algo's hands. And they're just going to short this thing into oblivion. But I really like this stock. It's unfortunate. We'll have to do some more analysis, see when it starts to potentially bottom out. But if this thing keeps going, then you don't really want to get in front of it. But let's take a look at Roku very quickly. So Roku here, I think I haven't changed anything. Roku is still consolidating. It looks like it's already starting to potentially take off in its final wave 5, which would be its first wave 1, like this. 1, right, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then you're gonna start to come back up into your wave 3, right? So you should do something like this if this is your bullish count for Roku. So you need to keep going. You need to keep the momentum going. But if this starts to come back down, and let's say the markets come back down as well, then right now Roku would invalidate this bullish setup and could be setting up to take out these lows here and start to make it a new low and extend the C wave even further in the larger cycle, which would mean all of this right here was just chop, and it was maybe an ABCE like pattern, like so. And maybe that's what it is, right? Maybe we are doing an ABC, and then we're finally coming in an E. Maybe we'll blast off to 100, and that'll be it. We'll run into that major resistance, and it will come back down. We won't be able to get above it, right? But we'll take a look at it as we go. Right now, it's a little extended on the daily, but it can keep going. The 4-hour looks like it's almost done. The 45 looks like it should be coming down actually on the 45 on a shorter time frame. So maybe that's why I have this support box outline here at 70, 78 to 75 would be a buy area for a potential wave 4 retrace, and that's why I think that maybe the C wave is still in play, and it can extend further. Okay, all right. Let me take a look at NVIDIA. Again, NVIDIA is like the darling of the Magnificent 5 right now. It's unstoppable. It just keeps going higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. Again, right now, what this looks like is maybe just this was your 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and now you came back down in an ABC, and then you're coming back in a C wave here, which would be a 1, a 2. Oh, what is this? What did I just draw? It's just a line. Okay, which would mean you're coming in down in a 1, and then you're going to extend up in a 2, which could finish at any moment, and then you'll come back down in a 3, right? And a 3, and then a 4, and a 5. All right. So that would essentially be your count here for NVIDIA. You could take a look at the 4-hour. Yeah, the stochastics have already started to roll here. The RSI, you have a little bit of a bearish divergence. 1 hour has started to come down already. 45 minutes, same thing. So it's starting to sell off a little bit. We'll have to see if we see follow through. But the first signs of it probably starting to break down is maybe you start to take out, you start to fill these gaps here at 470 or something like that. That would be extremely bearish for NVIDIA, and you could really start to capitulate at any moment. This is a really bloated stock right now. It's a very crowded trade. It's had a tremendous rally. I would say almost like a bear market rally, 25% in 2 weeks. And again, this is not a small stock. This is a $1 trillion name, right? So let's take a look at Microsoft. Microsoft right now has had a huge run as well. I thought I had my Elliott wave count already, laid out here, but it doesn't look like it. So essentially, I think I'll redraw it very quickly. Let me just pull this up here. 1, 2, and then your 3, 4, and 5. And then what you're doing right now is sort of like, let me just see here if I can make a 5th wave, or maybe I drew it differently before. I think this might be an A, B, and a C, or it could be an A, an expanded flat B, right? And then you're coming down into C. But if this is the scenario, then this expanded flat can extend higher right? And then that would be pretty impressive. This could make the bullish scenario happen. But I think I'll redraw it a little bit better. This could very well be a 4 here, and this was your 3, and then you're coming down back up in a 5th. But you did take out the low here, so I would have to redraw this and do a little bit more work. But overall, Microsoft has come into pretty extreme resistance here. You almost tagged 370, which is this upsloping trend line resistance, weekly time frame. You got bearish divergence still, and you did make a new all-time high, so that's your bullish case. But it's very long in the tooth right now, and I wouldn't try to get in front of it either. I mean, I tried to do a little bit of a day trade shorting the double top, and I mean, just look at what happened. It just keeps going. All right, but let's just cover maybe one more. So Apple right now is essentially in this ABC pattern, and I think it's in its ABC down, and then now you're in the C wave. So this is your 1, your 2, right? And you should be finished here, and now you should be coming down in the 3rd wave, and then this is a 1. It should start something like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, right? And then you'll probably start to find support around 157. And I know this seems very unrealistic, right? Because look how high we are. Well, we'll take it day by day. And right now, I mean, this entire rally seems very unrealistic, and that's exactly what happened. So, that's just the way she goes. All right, so I don't have anything else to really add. Maybe we'll take a look at natural gas. I haven't had any counts on that, but natural gas had an amazing day today, up 6%. Don't know what the news is. Don't really care. I just know that the trend in natural gas is going to be higher, and it's just, eventually you'll wake up and you'll see that nat gas is booming up 10, 13, 15% every single day in a row, and then that's when the FOMO starts to happen. The shorts get squeezed even more, and then that's when the top will be probably in. And again, I got targets around $4 to $5.50 around these levels here, and that's probably when I'll be taking my profits, right around this area. I'll just actually make a resistance box to where I'm going to be taking my profits on natural gas. So right around this area is where I think I'm going to be finishing up on that gas, and it's going to be an amazing trade. Oil right now, again, getting a beautiful bounce off this upsloping trend line that we have. It should be coming up in a 4th wave into a retrace right now. So right now we should be seeing a nice little move back up into an A wave, and then a B and a C, so something like this. A, B, and a C. So something like that. But again, the oil going up is not bullish. I would be very bearish oil if it wasn't for geopolitical conditions. But that's just the way she goes sometimes. There's I wouldn't be short either. I'd just be neutral. Because it's there's too much geopolitical risk. You don't want to be shorting when so many events are happening around in the world. Right now, oil could be done here. Might be getting ready for a potential pullback into a B wave. I would set the targets maybe right around here, from the 1 to the 2, right around the 50% retracement. Where's my box? There we go. So right around this area right here, I would like to probably see a little bit of a support hold for oil if it starts to come back down, and then you'll rally up into your C leg, and then we'll have to see how far it extends. I don't know if it'll extend much further, but you'll take it day by day. Let's wrap it up here with the dollar. Again, dollar down day today, which is bullish for the markets, and yields definitely pulled back as well. I think yields are just consolidating, waiting on that news for CPI tomorrow, and maybe we'll get a market moving event, and maybe we won't. Maybe it's just going to be a nothing burger and nothing will happen. All right. So just be patient. Again, I created a Discord. Feel free to join and ask some questions there, guys. It's free for everyone to come and discuss. I know some people already came in and asked for some updates about Elliott Wave, and I'll be posting some resources there as well, and I'll be posting some documents for you guys to take a look at. Maybe some weekly analysis reports, something like that. All right, have a good day. Enjoy, everyone. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.